Brando Pimentel for the Fight Guys here with the returning crew of
Dominic Verdin of RingTV.com and IFL TV.
Steve CURENO, KOVALEV'S Sports on YouTube.
And I'm Cynthia Conte for my YouTube channel, which is now called THEFIGHTGIRL.
An obvious reason why, because she joins us every time, and we are here but with special guest John David Jackson. Once again, he joins us. The last time he did was for the first Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev fight, and we're here to talk to him about it again. You know, man, we're doing it again. This is the second go around. What's different this time around with Sergey? Obviously, he stated that he overtrained a little more on the first one, and this time that he's training less. A lot of people, fans, casuals, would say, how is it that you're going to beat somebody that, quote unquote, beat you if you train less this time?
Well, first thing is he's not champion. He's the belt sub, so that gives him desire and hunger to get the belts back. You know, if you look at the first fight, Ward didn't beat him. The judges beat him. He won the first 6 rounds, maybe 5-1. Ward maybe won the last 6, 3-3 or 3-4, or 3-2, 4-2. My math is bad. So, but in the end, Sergey won the fight. He didn't get the decision. So what he's do now is he doesn't have to change much. He has to be smarter in his pursuit of Andre Ward. Andre has to do a lot of things differently because he didn't really dominate the fight like he thought he was going to. And he said he's going to be more of a puncher. I mean, you're going to stand still and get hit? I doubt that. You're going to go to the body more. I mean, you're going to stand there and take punches from Sergey the way he punches your body? I doubt that. Andre's going to do what Andre does best, and that's be very tactical, very smart, and use the whole ring to try to be evasive and win the fight on a dull decision.
In this, in the first fight, he gassed out. You guys just hired a new strength and conditioning coach, Alexander Mikhailovich. Is that his name?
That's better than I do.
Now, since hiring him, how has his stamina been? Have you seen any differences in his training?
With the new strength and conditioning coach, I see a little bit of improvement. You know, during camp, especially during sparring, Sergey's never really that good. I mean, he's come fight night, when the bright lights turn on, that's when he shines. So in camp, I don't really take much up from that. But as far as the conditioning is concerned, the fact that he's not running some days 14 miles is good, because now he should be, I guess, physically more prepared as opposed to the first fight, because after the 5th round, he said he was dog tired. Well, you know what? He had that well.
Whose idea was it to hire a new strength and conditioning coach? His or as a camp?
No, Sergey alone determines who's going to be a strength and conditioning coach. You know?
Okay.
He felt they needed someone different. You know, he finally took full blame for that this first fight as far as the conditioning, because he did a lot of things that I thought he shouldn't do, but he's his own guy. He wanted to do things his way, so he decided to change it up, and listen to this guy as far as boxing, listen to me. So hopefully for the second fight he'd be more, I guess, physically prepared. Not so much gassed out. He wasn't gassed out. I think it's just strength-wise. Because he didn't, like I said, he didn't show it during the fight. He was tired. He didn't show it. So he hit it well. I think mentally it's gonna be better for him to have this new guy in his corner as far as conditioning goes. Because now he feels stronger. That
It's crazy because when I think of your position, right? Like, obviously you watched the first fight, you watched it, you're dissecting it, but it seemed like the game plan was working. You know, even with Sergey getting tired.
That's what I think.
Right. So yeah. So I guess my question is kind of going to the rematch. I mean, does it change much? I mean, it seemed like it worked. You just, you know, a lot of people in the building thought you won. HBO thought you won. Just the three judges didn't. You know what I mean? So does the game plan change very much?
So this particular fight, it doesn't really change as much, because what he did the first half worked. Whatever he didn't do in the second half, it didn't work for him. But if he can do in the second half of the fight and maintain the way he did the first half, he should be victorious. I always say, you know, I said 5 years ago that Sergey Kovalev could beat Andre Ward. And if you look at the first half of the fight, his jab was way more powerful. It knocked Andre off balance. In the second half of the fight, he didn't use that jab. So it's certainly he got away from, and he needs to get back to for the second half of the second fight, and he did the second half of the first fight. If he does what he needs to do, there's no reason why he shouldn't win by decision, stoppage, or knockout. He's the better fighter. He proved that. Andre is good at what he does, but Andre is a survivor in boxing. He's tactical. He's not a knockout puncher. He's not real strong. He's not super quick. He's just very intelligent in the ring. So get what he needs to do. He can prove that a good boxer can be outboxed by someone who's just maybe not as better as you are, but is just as strong as you, stronger than you are, and has a better jab that cannot jab you. If you cannot jab Ward, like he did the first half of the first fight, he's going to offset whatever Ward's doing, because that's going to throw Ward's game off. Because I can't jab this guy. What am I going to do?
Well, just a quick follow-up to that then. So, like you said, it was working, the jab was working, everything, but once Sergey kind of got tired is when Andre was able to do what he did. So do you then kind of game plan for like maybe a tired Kovalev for like a couple rounds to get his energy back up? You kind of like, okay, I see that, you know, obviously not going to tell him that, but maybe you see, okay, you look like how you looked when you were tired, so maybe do this during this round to kind of get your energy back up so not look so bad, and then you can pick it back up, you know, once your energy's back up. Is that something to think about, or?
You can think about it, but my thing is, you know, whatever you did in the first half of the first fight to win that fight, let's go with that same game plan, but just don't shoot your load.
Right.
Don't try to go there and look for early knockout, and then guess what? Now you're tired because you drained yourself of all your power and all your strength, and now you are really tired.
Right. Yeah.
Just be smart. If you win the fight and you maybe get a knockdown or two, now you're really ahead. Just keep boxing. Don't, you know, if the knockout's going to come, it's going to come. Andre's very smart. He's very basic, very elusive. So, you know, to get a knockout, you really have to work for that. So let's just be smart and let's put the round in the bank. And if worst comes to worst, get a decision. Let's hope this time you get the right decision. Right. If it's wrong 2 in a row, then you might want to shoot somebody.
No.
Now, come fight night on June 17th, do you feel that Sergey's going to have full control of his anger? Because there's all this animosity with Andre Ward. And my biggest question here is, will he deviate from that game plan if that anger and aggression shows on fight night?
In all of Sergey's fights, he's always had a little bit of anger. Most of them, you know.
But he really doesn't like him.
He's just nasty. Yeah. So I think this fight, I think it'll play a small part, but he can't let it overtake him and just will not just throw his whole game plan out the window and go for a knockout. He has to be smart, and like I said, be very, you know, just do a workmanlike job. Just go about your task and just put the round in the bank. If the knockout comes, it comes. If it doesn't, what's better than beat a guy up, beat him, just break his body down and get paid for it? Yeah, do that. Just be nasty. You know, you have that nasty devil in you and just beat him the hell out of him, round after round. And if you don't knock him out, he's going to wish he was knocked out. And you get paid.
And do you expect to see the same Andre Ward come fight night, or do you feel that he will make some adjustments in training camp?
He will make adjustments prior to the fight. Once he gets hit, he will revert back to what he does best, and that's to be safety first, smart, intelligent boxing, because that's all he knows his whole life. Now, for him to decide to change, be more aggressive the way he said he's going to be, stay and go to the body more, once he gets hit, all that's going to change. Trust me, because this man hits too hard for you to sit there and take that kind of punishment. And so I've never done it before, but now for this fight, I'm going to stay there and take that? Hell no, I'm gone. So he's going to revert back to what he does best, and that's be boxing very smart and very scientifically around the ring, try to use that landscaping to get a close, safe decision for himself.
You know Sergey pretty well. He says he got tired in the 5th round. Did you see that in the fight?
Like I said earlier, he masked that really well for me. I never knew he was tired.
And do you expect him to have those energy levels up? Do you expect him to not be exhausted, not to be tired with his new strength and conditioning coach?
Well, I'm hoping with the new coach that won't be a problem. And like you said, he can go forward and just keep that same energy level. But listen, if you can hide the way you did the first fight, you can do the second fight and still win the fight. You know, you got to be a little smarter and maybe take one round off and come back and work the next round and work. You know, you can't take the whole 5 or 6 rounds off and say I was tired. You have to have that something within you to want to keep those belts this time or regain those belts. And I think for this fight he's going to have that hunger to become champion once again, because without the belts you feel naked. So he needs those belts.
Now, in every single fight that's ever been done, there's always so many different subplots. You know, like Paulie Malignaggi versus Adrian Broner had the whole fiasco at the press conference about the girl. There's just been so many subplots and so many different fights. Zab Judah and Danny Garcia, Angel Garcia using the language he used. Same with the Keith Thurman fight. In this one, there have been way too many subplots. Andre Ward retiring, thinking of retirement, the rematch not coming. Obviously, Sergey saying that he tired out, and now the biggest one that happened just yesterday was one that has to deal with you, and that's mind games once again. That you, according to Jay Prince and Rock Nation's people, that you and them had a conversation about joining Andre Ward's team. Let the fans know what that situation was about and how it came to be.
Well, no, we did have a conversation. They reached out to me. The problem is they're trying to say that I reached out to them. I never did that.
Bad media.
I never did that. They reached out to me, and we had a conversation, but it was never Prince. It was another guy. I won't mention the name. And here's my thing: even though they try to throw me in the bus by saying, "John, don't ever mention this," they try to mention it and throw me in the bus, and I called them initially.
Yeah.
I would never do that. You know, why try to fix something that's not broken between Sergey and I? You know, I think they felt they could use my knowledge of knowing Sergey's weak points and his strong points and what works best against him. But you know, in the end, it just wasn't meant to be. And I stayed loyal to my guy. Now, like I said, I tell everybody that they'd offered me 4 knocks, I would have been there. But you know, they didn't offer that. I get that kind of money, so you know, hey. And in this day and age, you need the money, bro. So if you offer the money I wanted, who's to say what would happen? But no, things worked the way they were supposed to. I stayed loyal to my guy, and that's where I belong. Virgil's still there with Andre, and that's his guy. They don't need me. You know, they may have needed my knowledge of what works against Sergey and what doesn't work against him, but you know that just wasn't for sale on the table. But just let you know that they threw me in the bus trying to say I called them first. I didn't call them.
As you stated, they were trying to basically like cut a wedge there. And you said that you already let people know, like your people made events. Did you let Sergey know beforehand, hey, you know, they came up to me and they did this, that way, not to like, just in case something like this would happen, to basically divert anything and go, hey, you know what, we've already spoken about this before?
No, I never mentioned to Sergey, because why? Until it's out, why put that in his mind?
Yeah.
I'm here, and I've been here, so you know, now this out. If you want to talk about it's plain and simple cut case. They called me, made an offer. I didn't take the offer, and I'm here. I stayed loyal to who I need to stay loyal to. And you know, I know what they wanted. They wanted someone that was going to be able to give them insight on Sergey and what works best against him. But no, you know, in the end, I did the right thing and I stayed where I should have stayed, here with Sergey.
Hey John, it's a clear indication that. It's a clear indication that Andre Ward's camp is showing a lot of concern about the rematch. Why is that?
You know, if they're smart, intelligent guys like they seem to be in boxing, Andre had to really come off the canvas and fight a different fight to really, you know, survive this, to get a decision. Sergey coasted and didn't do as much as he should have done to keep the judges in his favor and win the fight. So they know how much more can they really, you know, they're saying they're going to punch more, you know, to the body more, they're going to stand stationary. All his career, he's been evasive and very, very smart and calculated in the ring. Now he's going to change for this one fight to do something different? No. As soon as he gets hit, he can say, "To hell with that. I'm going to do what I do." So how much more can he really do to change and be a better fighter than he was the first fight? He had to survive just to get where he got to, the decision. Sergey, on the other hand, can change a few things to be better than he was in the first fight.
You know, speaking of the judges, you think you'll get a fair shake come June 17th? Because most fight fans, including myself, had him winning. I had Sergey winning the fight.
I hope second time around that you know, should he do what he needs to do and he is victorious, that he gets the right hand is raised this time. You know, I don't pick the judges, I don't pick the referee. I just hope they do their job come fight night and give the fans what the fans deserve, a good, honest, fair decision.
No, because of the scoring and because of the judges, will you be going for the knockout? Will Sergey be thinking knockout?
No, that'd be the wrong thing to do, because if you do that, you're gonna look up around 6-7 go by.
Yeah.
Andre's ahead 7-0. Now you have to go for the knockout. Do what you did the first half of the first fight. Put the round in the bank. Now in the second half, once again, Andre has to now change his game plan. Maybe now he has to become aggressive. He won't. He knew the first fight. He was smart. He kept boxing. But if Sergey can put a few rounds in the bank the way he did the first fight, it makes his job a lot easier for the second half of the second fight.
With all this talk of strength and conditioning coaches, who's your strength and conditioning coach, man? Because you are like pretty ripped.
Myself, yourself.
I just run. I just try to stay in shape, man. I just try to run and stay in shape. I'm 54. I just try to, you know, I look at all my friends and then teammates, former teammates. They're all fat. They don't do anything. You know, they quit once they retire from boxing. They stop training. You know, you have to do something. Because if you're that finely tuned and you get older, man, and your body starts to deteriorate. You know, things happen and you start smoking. I'm my own personal trainer. I just try to stay in shape.
Bernard Hopkins fought at 52, man. You ready for the comeback?
How much they gonna offer me?
Fort Knox?
They're like 7 zeros behind. So I'll never get that. So guess what? I'm not worried about fighting anymore.
Let's switch up the subject from Ward Kovalev 2 to just boxing in general. 2017 has been a great year for boxing. Started off with Frampton versus Santa Cruz, and even on the same night we had Burchett versus Francisco Vargas. We've had Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman. We've had matchups we wanted to see: Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Canelo, Anthony Joshua.
Do you want to see that?
Well, you know, Mexican fans did want to see that. They finally wanted to see it.
They
You know,
got robbed.
yeah, but what we saw that night wasn't what they expected. But hey, they wanted to see that fight. It was a matchup. You know, Danny Jacobs versus Gennady Golovkin, Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko. Rumors of Broner versus Mikey Garcia coming up. We obviously know this rematch is already signed, sealed, delivered in 2 weeks, and Triple G versus Canelo coming up. 2017. What are your thoughts so far about boxing this year, and also what is your fight of the year so far?
You know, the fights that happened so far, they're great for boxing. Boxing needs that. I hope that it continues through the rest of this year on to next year. I hate to tell you, I'm not the boxing fan or advocate I used to be. I don't really watch fights unless it's one of my guys fighting.
Yeah.
So whoever, ask me about the 80s, 70s, I can tell you who fought. 90s, 2017, I don't know who's who. I just know the fights that I have to watch my guys that they're fighting, and I study those fights. But, you know, this year, boxing had a nice little kick, you know, a nice little comeback, because the fights that needed to be seen was seen, like in the heavyweight division. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
Klitschko and Anthony. They needed that. You know, now Anthony, if he can go forward and keep fighting like that, he's not as good as he can be, and which is nice because he's invulnerable. He's not the most dominating fighter in the division, and you want people to be like on a fair basis. You know, on equal fights. But it's good for boxing that you have that, and the heavyweight division now is alive again, because it's going to bring like more attention to this boxing. It's the glamour division of the old, and you still need that division for boxing to live the way it should. The Klitschko's, unfortunately, they were They were dead. You know, they were so boring to watch.
Yeah.
And they were so one-sided fights. So, you know, now the boxing and now these promoters are allowing these guys to fight each other, that's the problem. It's not so much the fighters. Fighters will fight. They don't care how much. Exactly. It's the promoters not letting these guys fight, but now they're trying to, you know, they have to make these fights because they realize, you know, without a boxing, is going to die. So now the fights are being made. So it's great for boxing. Hopefully, you know, just to answer your question, it'll carry on to 2018, and you'll see these fights because these guys need to fight each other to prove who's the best. All these, you know, you got like, man, so many different champions, regular champions,
super champions.
Oh yeah, you know who's who. So, but now they're trying to fight each other, and that's what boxing needs. If you can keep doing that, the sport can be really, really nice.
Does boxing need Mayweather versus Conor McGregor?
Well,
Your thoughts on that? Because you know, there's so many different avenues on that. You know, Oscar is telling people open letters, so boycott it. Some people think it'll bring MMA fans into boxing to watch it, start watching it. You know, boxing could get more fans. So, just your thoughts on that. What do you think? Is it good for boxing? Bad for boxing? Is it something that just because Muhammad Ali fought a wrestler back in the days, you know what I'm saying? So it's been done before, and it was on closed. Yeah, and it was on closed circuit. And it was on closed circuit, so it's like pay-per-view for us. So you know, it's like, is it something that's needed?
It's not needed really because it's not really a fight. McGregor's not a boxer. Yeah, he's an MMA guy, and he can't do that when he's fighting Floyd. I know Floyd's not going for that. Floyd's gonna pick him apart and just make him look bad, and then win the fight. It brings interest and it brings fans out, but it doesn't really bring the true boxing fans out.
Absolutely.
Listen, they can do that and pass out millions? How much money you want to buy a fight for? You get like 20 million a piece? Just lay down quick. All right, hit me all lay down. We get 20 million. You know, I mean, we can fight, get paid, but you know, it's not good for boxing. It's not a true boxing match, but I can't knock Floyd getting paid. I can't knock the other guy getting paid. If they can make the money, if people want to pay it, that's on them. But it's not a box. What they should do is let the people know it's not a boxing match.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a boxing match because you got one true fighter and one guy's gonna get his brains beat out. He's not a boxer. You know, but if they didn't get paid, I can't knock them for getting paid. I can't knock that. But you know, just let the people know it's not a real boxing match.
And anything you guys finally got something to say?
I have a question on the the face-off that Ward missed. How? For Sergey, how did he talk about how he felt, and as the camp, did you guys feel disrespected that he didn't show up? I mean, it's part of what you're supposed to do.
Media obligation.
He's probably pissed off because he didn't show up last year for the first press conference in LA. He didn't show up for Ward.
Yeah.
You know, we're all there. And
is it because he feels entitled, or is it a mind game to really get in Koval? Because he's been getting Kovalev's head a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for Andre because I'm in his head.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does, but you know, half of it might be mind games. I think they can't they like to play mind games because I heard Virgil has done some things with certain fighters. He walks up to certain fighters before a fight and talks to them. Okay, that's all mind games. And I think they like doing that. I don't think it's gonna work so much for this camp here because I could care less. When I'm fighting, you can talk all the trash you want. When the bell rings, you gotta prove it to me.
Yeah.
Same thing here. And Sergey doesn't, even though he understands English, he's not clear on a lot of things that have been said in English. So a lot of things are gonna affect him. So whatever they do, half of it's just like wasted motion. You know, but once he gets inside the ring, then we'll see then what Ward does. And he's talking about, like I said, he's talking about he wants to sit in the pocket and punch more. He's gonna go to the body more. All that sounds good. But once you get hit by a guy with a punch like that, all that goes by the wayside. I'm gonna say, man, let me go around this ring and use this use this real estate right here and see if I can, get me another decision.
Is there something that you guys have been really focusing on in the ring now? More of his power punches, or I know obviously his stamina, but is there something? Because I know he's a big puncher. Have you guys?
Body punches and hitting Ward everywhere that he can.
Okay.
Just break him down. I mean, if they hit you in the arms enough, see around the way this guy punches with 10-ounce gloves on,
Yeah.
you get him to lift your arms up a while.
Okay.
And so rather than aim for his head, hit him everywhere. Just everywhere that's legal, hit him.
Yeah, there you go.
If you can get away with a few illegal ones, then you get but everywhere you hit, this it's all fair and war. So,
The old
Boxing.
Bernard Hopkins tricks.
I go back further than that, but Georgie Bench said, man, there's some ways he guys in certain places, but just be smart. Don't look for the knockout, but hit him everywhere.
Have you been working on his inside game? Because
Yes.
okay, good. Because that's what he really needs. Well,
Yes.
I mean, from what I saw, and Andre Ward is he's an inside fighter
To a degree.
to a degree,
Because he
but
holds a lot.
yeah, yes.
He didn't stand there.
Yes, he
Just touch.
does.
He
He does
didn't block
hold,
him.
clenches,
Yeah.
and
So,
then he
yeah.
gets in there.
That's why I said, just fire away. I'm in close. Let me just catch a shot and fire back right there. Like, a lot of guys don't do that. You don't see a lot of guys inside just
No.
catch a shot. Everyone wants to grab and
They
hold.
just grab and then they start doing all of it, and yeah, I see it.
Ultimately, what should the fans expect June 17th on that night at the Mandalay Bay Event Center? What should they expect?
Well, they should expect a good fight between two good fighters that are mad at each other and don't like each other, and hopefully that anger will
Translate.
into a fight. Two guys trying to knock each other's head off. Will that happen? Listen, once one guy hits the other guy, all that's going to change. But let's say, in theory, that they both want to do that. That's going to be great for the fans.
Yeah.
And as you heard, check it out. June 17th, HBO pay-per-view starts at 6 p.m. here on the West Coast, 10 p.m. over there 9 p.m. over there on the East Coast. John David Jackson, thank you for your time. I am Fernando Pimentel for BehindTheGloves.com.
Stephen Cureno, KOR The Sports on YouTube.
And Cynthia Conte for The Fight Girl.
And again, John, thank you for your time.
My
And
pleasure.
we'll see
Thank
you at
you.
the fights.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. As always, your insight is amazing. Love it, bro.
Pleasure.